What's up, y'all? So chances are, if you're watching me, then you probably watch other fragrance reviewers, aka fragrance influencers, because I'm still small in this space. I'm still, learning the game over here with this YouTube thing. But today, I got two fragrances that were made in collaboration with two other fragrance reviewers or influencers. You would think that if a fragrance reviewer or influencer puts their name on a fragrance, hopefully it's going to be good. Well, I got two of them here for you. I have done a first impressions unboxing of one, Sun-Kissed Island from Ross or TLTG Reviews, and this one that I just picked up yesterday from Aromatix, Forbidden Fruit. Did these pass the test, or are they hot dumpster juice? You want to know my thoughts? Then you know what to do. Stick around right after the intro.
Cedar musk, a deadly blend. The smell of terror, it will not end. Subscribe and tell your friends. Spares bouquet, cream cheese scents to save the day. When cream cheese stalks you through the day. More fragrance content coming your way. Grim G.
What's up, friends and family? It's your boy Grim G, back with another fragrance video for y'all. I'm sure you caught the intro, so you know what we're doing here today. Today, I want to find out, do fragrance influencers just put their name on anything? Or do they actually put out amazing fragrances? Because you already know that they already know that people like me and everybody else in the fragrance space is going to do a review. And they're probably going to be in a hurry to trash it and shit on it because people love to hate. But today, I got two of them. I think you're going to like them if you check them out. I actually really do enjoy both of these. So, let's get into it. If you're one of my returning subscribers, thank you. I appreciate you for continuing to rock with me and the channel and helping me grow. And just all the support over the last year and couple months that I've been doing YouTube. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate you. Now, if you're new here and you're into fragrance-related content, do me a favor. Think about dropping a like, subscribing to the channel. Really helps me out, helps me grow. Hope you're all doing well. With that being said, let's get into this. Now, you can go back and watch my first impressions unboxing of Sun-Kissed Island from TLTG Reviews. This was perfumed by Claude Deer. This is an amazing fragrance. I'm going to tell you guys. Now, I'm not going to get into this one a whole lot because I have done a video on it already. My opinion, though, this thing is a masterpiece. You guys want to know how good this is? I'm on a buying freeze. Okay, now I did buy this while on a buying freeze. Part of it was FOMO, or fear of missing out, because yes, these were going to be limited release. This is Claude Deer's last fragrance, but these were going to be limited release. So I thought, you know what? I do like Ross. I rock with his content. I have got to at least get one of the Zed creators fragrances because I didn't get anything from the first launch or the second because I was not really into the fragrance space like that at that time. So when this came around, I thought, all right, fine. You talked me into it. I'm going to buy at least Sun-Kissed Island. It's a tropical fragrance. Y'all know I love my tropical fragrances. So I went ahead and bought it. And I opened it up and I, for my video, I said, damn it, okay, if this is good, I'm going to have to get Ibere as well. Because that's the date night fragrance. That's another one in this Zed Creators launch. So, watch my first impressions. You can see, I love this shit. I love this stuff. There is already a dent in this fragrance. For someone who has a collection the size of mine, I have rocked this like 8 times since I got it like 2 weeks ago. 8 times is crazy. But this stuff is so good. I bought a backup bottle. That's how good this stuff is. Now, sorry to include this in this video because these are now sold out. But I'm going to tell you, Claude, George Zaharoff, And Ross did their thing with this release. This is a transportative fragrance. This puts your mind on a beach. This is so fucking good. Slightly boozy. I'm not a huge fan of overly boozy fragrances, which this other one is also a boozy fragrance. So when I tell you they're boozy, you got to know that it's not overly boozy, because I don't want to smell like an alcoholic. But this does just give you that vibe of sun-kissed sand, skin, coconuts with a mixed drink, chilling on the beach. This is that fragrance. This has some tequila in it. It has mint. I need to look up the notes before I do these probably, but it has mint and lime, and all of that is blended really well in this fragrance. Not overdone on the booze. The mint and the lime are very realistic minty lime notes. And I'll tell you, I'm not a huge fan of florals, but the florals come in on this. I get them after about 15, 20 minutes. The florals are very nice. Definitely tropical florals, not just like some cheap flowers that you get at Kroger's. This is a vacation in a bottle. Now, a lot of people have asked me which one's better, this or Coco Loco. I can't really pick because they do two different things, but both are very amazing. So as far as does Ross know what he's doing when he puts out a fragrance? Well, this is his third one. I think he knows what he's doing. Zaharoff, nothing but quality over there. I'm telling you guys, if you find this for resale, if you can get it for a reasonable price, you need to check this out. I have talked to a couple other people into getting this fragrance. So far, overwhelmingly across the board, everyone has loved this thing, and they are happy that I convinced them to get this. So if you can find this, I highly recommend you getting this. All right, so like I said, I'm on a buying freeze, and I bought that and then a backup bottle and another one. I've actually bought a few since I've been on my buying freeze, but I'm blaming Christmas on this. Yesterday I was out and I was Christmas shopping. Now, since I'm the cologne guy, people are going to expect me, if I'm getting them something, probably a nice fragrance. And I went to A&R Perfumes, and I probably shouldn't have. I know better. But I went over there just to see what they had. So I looked at a Michael Malul, and I did end up picking that up for somebody because it was amazing. And I was just like, I was asking the guy, like, oh, what do you got that's new? Yeah, just looking. That's it. Just looking. And I'm looking around like, oh, that looks new. What's that? No, that's not for me. And then I see this box sitting on top of some other boxes, right? I said, what's that? The box caught my attention, right? He picked it up and he's like, this? And I said, is that the Aromatix fragrance? And he was kind of new, so he's like, oh yeah, Aromatix, right? So I was like, oh, yeah, let me smell that. I said, what's the one underneath? It was like a light blue gradient, like a blue into a light blue gradient. It was Aromatix Sun-Kissed. I said, yeah, bring it over here. So he opened this thing up. I'm gonna pull up the notes here, but I'm gonna show you guys how this box opens. I think it's kind of cool. The bottle is actually part of the box. So you open it up like this. And the bottle is actually very cool as well. So I don't know if y'all can see that. The lighting does not look good in here. But this is the part that you see in this space in the box. So a few points for being cool. And I like the color scheme on here. And the fact that it's written on the back. Just very nice. That glossy black cap looks good with the color scheme. Very good stuff. Now, as far as the smell, well, obviously I bought it while on a buying freeze, so you know it's good. Beyond that, I also like Aromatix. Love him or hate him or dislike him, don't trust him, whatever may be your thing. I think he has a very good nose. I think he is very knowledgeable on fragrances. He's also a respiratory therapist, which is what I do for a living. So I thought, you know what? I got to support my guy, which is why in the first place I wanted to smell it. But when it smelled amazing, I was like, oh, yeah, we definitely got to support my guy and we got to buy this. Now, from what I understand, this is a clone or inspiration of Lorenzo Pizzaglia Sangria, which is a fruity, boozy fragrance. Do I get fruit and booze out of this? Absolutely 100%. All right, so let's get into the notes here real quick. In the top, you got blood orange, bergamot, and cardamom. So cardamom's a little spicy. Show you all the atomizer on this. Pretty decent atomizer. But in the air, definitely get blood orange, and you get that spice. In the mid, you have red apple, peach, margarita, and rose. Now, this is not heavy on the rose in my opinion, but I definitely get that peach and red apple. This is actually going to be my scent of the day, so I will drop a scent of the day video with this. But in the base, you have amber, vanilla absolute, benzoin, cedarwood, musk, and sandalwood. So you got a vanilla, warm, woody dry down on this. This stuff smells so good that I'm tempted to pick up Sangria from Lorenzo Pizzaglia because the quality on this is actually pretty good. For a very affordable fragrance, this is going to be a summertime banger. Now, this is pretty citrusy in the opening. That blood orange and that bergamot definitely give it a citrusy kick. That red apple and that peach come in. They mix very well together. Now, I do get boozy fruits in here. Not overly done on the booze. Just boozy enough that I can get down with this. This is bubblegummy sweet. And the dry down, I have not got to a dry down yet. I just got this yesterday. But I am still going to recommend you pick this up. If nothing else, that opening does hang around for a while. I have worn it on skin 2 different times since yesterday. Okay, I sprayed it on when I got it, and that was at the very beginning of the day. Towards the end of the day, I wasn't I was at the gym, I was running errands, doctor's appointments, things like that. I wasn't paying attention to the smell. I wasn't kind of getting all the subtle nuances of it. But towards the end of the day, I sprayed it on again on my live stream last night. Guys, this is a W. This is a W. These fragrance reviewers, at least these 2, I highly recommend you check out their stuff. I'm going to give this some more wearings. I've been wearing a shit out of Sunkissed Island, so I'm going to give it a few more wearings, and I'm going to give you guys an actual full review on these to let you know my final thoughts. But this, based on the opening, presentation, all the above, quality of ingredients, this I highly recommend. If you're into fruity fragrances at all, this is something that you need to get your nose on. This is some good stuff. I think this is also going to be one of my new favorites along with this one. Obviously, French Avenue or Aromatix or George Zaharoff, they are not paying me for this video. These are my honest opinions. So, should you check it out? I think so. This, well, I got the pre-sale price on the one, and then I ordered the backup for the full sale price. Resale price is going to be probably ridiculous. But be on the lookout for that. If you can get you a bottle, I highly recommend this. I don't know that they're going to, I don't know that it's in limited quantity, short supply, that they're going to be selling out. I don't think they are. But this, you should definitely be able to get for under $60, maybe 50, 45, 50 bucks. It's worth that all day long and then some. So those are my kind of first opinions on both of these. Both very good. I highly recommend. You should definitely check them out. Do me a favor, if you have any experience with any of these or anything else in the Aromatix line, or even if you want to talk about the first Z creators or the second Z creators, do me a favor, drop in the comments. If you continue to like, comment, and subscribe, I will continue to put y'all up on game. Make sure you are always the best smelling person in the room, and y'all have a good one.